Alright guys, we're back in Bangkok at the same hotel because I really enjoy staying here. I have plans to get a massage tomorrow, meeting up with a friend, a bunch of stuff going on. But because it's still too early to go to bed, I'm gonna walk to Emporium and see if I can get myself a cake because I'm a fat boy. So hopefully this is we'll get to see a little bit of traffic, I guess, but we'll get to see the walk to Emporium from the hotel, which is on Soi Sukhumvit 39. And the one cool thing about this is they have these bikes that are always here. It's like one of their meeting points, so you can always just get on a motorbike and, you know, zip around town pretty quickly. And they're fairly cheap. Like this walk that we're gonna do, usually I think it costs about 20 baht, Thai baht, or bar, as I call them. But this street has a lot of restaurants and apparently weed shops too. But there's actually two different weed shops right next to each other. But the one cool thing about, besides the weed shops, which is not for me, but the one thing that is for me is this place across the street. This opera place. It's an Italian restaurant, but right next to it, it has an ice cream shop right there. And gelato, or ice cream, is pretty good. And it's kind of rare to find here in Bangkok. I mean, there's a bunch of places that sell them around the malls, but they're hit or miss. But this place happens to be pretty good. So one more thing you're gonna notice, there's a lot of tourists in this area. And that kind of one thing that sucks about it here is the traffic, because crossing the street takes forever. And I think this might be one of my first videos there. It's actually at nighttime. I don't remember if I had another one, but we'll see how good the GoPro does at night, because I don't think it actually does that good in low light settings. I'm thinking it's better off doing it with an iPhone or something. But we got 6 more seconds before we can cross and hopefully not die, because now we should be able to cross. So one thing that I have noticed in Bangkok, at least I haven't seen one yet, there's no rats. Yeah, so you're like, huh, no rats. What do they have in Bangkok? Cockroaches. I don't know if we're gonna get to see one today, but once in a while, like you'll be walking down the street and you'll see people running and you're wondering what the hell's going on. They're being chased by a cockroach. At least that has been my experience. But down this street here, we have a coffee place, and there's this Kitchen Niigata, which is pretty good. I have eaten there a couple times, and the Japanese restaurant next door, really, really good. Like, if I had to rate it, it's like one of my top 10 so far that I had Japanese food at here, and there's so many of them. Like, you can go like 2 blocks to the right, 2 blocks to the left, and there's tons of restaurants. So like sometimes you go in and it will be, you know, packed and there won't be room. Just go to the next one, and they're super close to each other. So that's a bonus. And now we're trying to go down to the BTS line, which is where Emporium is. It's probably taking us about, I don't know, 15 minutes walk. And also a lot of tourists in this area. Not really sure why, because at least this hotel that I'm at, there's a lot of usually a lot of Chinese and Japanese people, and a lot of like white foreigners, I guess, Westerners. But it's not really close to anything, at least not that I'm aware of. the hotel offers a free shuttle service to the BTS line, and even that takes like 10 minutes with a car because of the traffic. Even though I don't think it's that far, it's like only like 2 miles, but it just takes that long because of the traffic. And right here, there's a couple more restaurants you can see. This one has a pretty cool Journeyman vibe because it's a Japanese restaurant, but it has a couple different restaurants in this square. And then we'll keep going this way. And the other hotel that I was in Phuket, they give you the because we had the all-inclusive package, so they give you like a wrist wrap around your hand, so you can wear, so you can identify yourself as a all-inclusive. And I don't usually wear anything on my arm, and now that it's gone, I'm kind of missing it. I keep feeling on my arm, keep thinking it's there, but it's not. It's like, you know, like you're missing something that's you never wore. It's weird. Like, it's a strange feeling because I never wear like a watch or a bracelet or anything. So very surprising. And since I took it off this morning, I've been like constantly feeling that like it should be there, but it's not. And it was just like one of those, silicone bands, nothing fancy. And actually I had like 3 at one point because we were doing like different tours, and each one would have a different color one. And you can see a lot of people here do take the tuk-tuks because they're so easy to kind of navigate around the traffic, especially the motorbikes, the mopeds. And the mopeds are not really strange to me because I have spent a lot of time in Europe, especially in Italy. And in Italy, they're very big. But here, I think it's like their primary, single-person, dual people mode of transportation. So they're very, very popular here. And you can, and I don't know how true this is, but I have seen people rent them, and supposedly they don't have licenses. Like, they'll let you rent a bike without a license. So I wouldn't count on that, but I have heard it can be done. So yeah. All right. So from here, we're almost there, because you can see kind of the BTS line from here. You guys probably can't see it because of the angle, but I can see it from my point of view. There's a lady on a bike. And I think this is a French restaurant, and you can see that it has a Michelin rating. So this is another good place that I have eaten, Philippine restaurant, French cuisine. Really good food. If you're in Bangkok, stop by and check it out. I mean, it's French, so if you're looking for French food, this one is pretty good. And there's also actually another French restaurant at the Teen Tower at the hotel, which is near those embassies, near Lampuni Park. That one, I don't know if that one has any Michelin rating, but that one also has pretty good food. And it's been a couple of times they had pigeon, like from, I guess, roasted pigeon or whatever, and I have never been able to try it because always there's been a huge party before me or the night before where they bought out the menu, because I think that's like a French delicacy, and they supposedly do it pretty well here. And again, another ramen place right there. A lot of restaurants. And again, you can notice I'm also always walking on these less busy streets because I'm not a big person that likes people. So I tend to avoid the big crowds. But I think, fortunately, now once we get to this Emporium place, we won't really have a choice there because it's just gonna be super crowded. All right, 7:09. All right, we got time. I was really trying to be back at the hotel by maybe 8:30 or so, just because I want to have late dinner, and then shower again and turn in, because I've been up pretty early today. Like, I've been traveling between Phuket and Bangkok, and it just takes a toll on you. You're on vacation, but still traveling, like commuting between places. It's the least fun part, I would say, because you're not really seeing anything. You're not enjoying yourself. You're just go the owl. So yeah, the BTS line is right there in front of us. You can see the train passing by, hopefully. But we're gonna avoid that and maybe just walk down the street a little bit. I don't know which way to go first, but maybe we'll just go to the right, because I know Emporium is that way, so we can see if there's anything in that marketplace. One thing that always gets me here too, because I'm obviously from the States, is they drive on the opposite side. So I think we drive on the left side and we drive on the right side. But we actually drive on the left. Yeah, we drive on the left and they drive on the right. But obviously, when I'm crossing, I'm expecting the traffic to come from one direction, but it's actually coming from the other because of that difference. You can see, actually I've never been down there. I wonder what that is. There's a bunch of lights there and it looks inviting. Maybe we'll visit that on the way out. Here we're going to go towards Emporium and check it out. Again, you can see a lot of foreigners here. Because this place around the corner here, this mom and pop shop, it's actually very popular. There's always people from all cultures here eating, you can see, and it's very, very, very tasty food, and also very cheap. So, hello. So just for now, we'll continue because, like I said, for dinner I already kind of have something in mind at the hotel, because they have one of the restaurants called Nimitz, I think, or something like that. It's probably very close to that name. And I saw on the menu they have some new dish that basically it's I think like beef medallions, but they're like cooked in some kind of sauce. And they show you like a short video on like one of those digital signage screens on how they prepare it, and it looks pretty good. So I want to give it a shot, or I want to try it. Now normally what you would do is you would go up the SkyTrain up here, and that would take you to the other side of the street, because that's where Emporium is. It's right there, that mall, those lights that you're seeing. And this one is just a different mall on the other side of it. And I think a couple of the videos were actually above, coming down, and we continue from here. But one of the things we're going to do here is on the way back I'm going to stop by to get a cake. But right now what I'm curious about is what's happening in that section there. If I can ever walk by these people. Oh. And this is the hotel I'm staying at, so this is a shuttle they do to the BTS line, and it's once an hour. And you can see here now they have some other stalls, hopefully. Not really sure. We'll find out. Deliver. pretty lady. Yeah, so like I said, this place is always full of stalls. I just don't understand why that day was an international market where today is what's old ever. I'm not really sure. But a lot of stuff going on here. And the pretty lady is putting lipstick on. Hello. You can see a lot of jewelry, a lot of stuff that I don't actually need. Unless I'm buying an engagement ring. The question is, whether they sell an engagement ring here. So one of the goals between me, you, and the camera is to get hitched here, because I would love to get a Thai citizenship so I can actually relocate to Thailand. Because honestly, first time I came here, man, a lot of my friends scared of me, because obviously, you know, they have done some of the outdoor vacationing type of tactics here. Not that I'm against it, it's just I didn't know what to expect when I got here. So like, I got here, man, the food was great, the weather is nice, the people are friendly, the city is clean, public transport is awesome. You have the mountains, you have the ocean, you have the sea. There's a lot of stuff to do around here, and I can see why a lot of, I guess, foreigners are choosing to come here for those reasons. Because a lot of people that are working, you know, remote jobs, you know, expats, so they just, you know, they stay in Thailand for a long time, and Thailand will provide them with a, you know, an expat visa, and you know, people are able to, I guess, have a better work-life balance. I don't know what to call it, but I feel like, you know, people are choosing this location for those reasons. And you know, the city is always busy, there's always something to do, there's always something to see, so yeah, it just depends. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but at least I think for myself, or at least, you know, a little bit, I would think I would enjoy this a lot. And another pretty lady over here. Okay, so I think the van left, so I guess we're not taking that. Not that I was planning to take it, but it would have been nice to just find out when the next shuttle is. Alright, so we'll come back this way, because we'll just walk for a little bit, because honestly, I've been sitting on the plane, at the airport all day, at the other hotel. I need to get my steps in. So I'm going to try to do a little bit of exercise. Now I salute the guy and he doesn't salute me back, man. That's not cheap. Alright. I'm gonna teach them one day. They're all gonna salute. Hi, Dennis. Yeah. But you can see across the street, that Prada store, that's where Emporium is. That's another mall. Not much different than the other ones, but that one actually has that that super rich Thailand exchange rate place that supposedly gives you a really good rate. So far, I have not had to change any money. I have went to the ATM one time, and I still have I don't know, about 8,000 or less bucks, and that's even with me giving my sister some money to spend while she was in Phuket with me. And fortunately, we had to change plans like several times, and not just me and my sister, but she also had a friend of mine, you know, go with us to Phuket, and she couldn't even stay there the whole entire time. So it was just a bit of a weird vacation. Somewhat good, somewhat bad. Also the rain, Phuket was really bad. It literally rained every day except for the one day when we did the 50 island tour. It doesn't mean it didn't rain where we were, where the hotel was, but it was raining, or sorry, it wasn't raining where the islands were, but it was definitely raining where the hotel was. And it's just another entrance to the BTS line here. And you can see a lot of people here on the street because this is a very busy. I don't know exactly why it's so this busy, but you can see the park is across the street there, and there's people on bikes. And I think this is just a bus station where people are just aggregating. There's some kind of pub here. Not really sure what this street is. Might check it out, maybe. Looks like a lot of, I don't know, what the hell is this? Wood bowl. Let's just see. I mean, it looks like just a bunch of restaurants, which I don't think it's what I'm looking to do right now, but sushi roll and udon. There's more, I guess, pubs, which I don't understand why people love these bars. Massage place. I don't know. Let's see what else is here. More pubs. Yeah, so there seems to be like a bar and a restaurant like almost everywhere. And again, this one is not so busy, but again, Japanese restaurant right there. I think it's Japanese. The problem is a lot of them, they don't actually have names. They'll just have some kind of logo. And it's really hard for me to tell what it is. Like this one I think is Japanese. And it says ramen on the top, so it's definitely Japanese. Be fresh every day. So, another pub. I think that's a hotel. Pet Lover Center. And another Japanese miso chikura, which I haven't tried yet because I've never been on the street before. But like I said, you know, not for everybody, or at least not for me until now, because I don't know, never seen it to be honest. But there we go. I'm not sure what's at the end there, but it looks like just another building, or at least another street that you cut through. But I'm gonna go back to the main street just so we can get a better idea of what's happening in town. Also, this is pretty cool because I didn't realize there was a bookstore this close, and I've been going to the bookstore inside of Central World because there's a couple of different bookstores from Asia Books that are around, and they're like super much closer to, I guess, the hotel that I'm at. But the one at Central World is enormous. It's almost like a Barnes & Noble size. Like it's literally that big. It has like pretty much anything you want. Yeah, so yeah, this is pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, see Japanese, Chinese, Korean, English. They do hair nails here, so that's kind of not cool. It's not weird. Yeah. Now, this is the one thing I don't know what this is. So this is 80 baht, but I'm not even sure that I call it a camera, but they sell them everywhere. And I'm thinking they're lottery tickets, but I'm not 100% sure. The only reason I say that is because everywhere I've seen them, you know, it's always people selling them outside. I've never seen anybody, I haven't seen those in a store basically, where, you know, I would expect to see lottery tickets being sold. here, I think during the day at least. I think this is actually a market right here, or not. But yeah, I remember one of these side streets had almost like a, like a fresh produce market, which is pretty cool.